Hi there guys, and welcome back to the channel. As you can see, we're back at the Chateau de Jostelle. Today we're going to have a special visit because, well, we're going to show you some slides of what we hope to work towards. So these are the 3D plans that we've actually got to show you, to share which room by room what it's supposed to look like when it ends up finished. And of course there's been some huge progress as always. So without any further ado, let's go into... So we have some lovely weather here now, both at our head office in the Gers and here in the department of the 47. Yeah, it's really starting to be beautiful sunny days, and of course it always makes it a little bit easier to do your work when that's the case. The guys are actually I've actually finished for the week, so there'll be no noise inside at the moment, and Yannick has shown me quite a lot of previews of what's to come. I just wanted to show you actually how we sandblasted the stones here at the entrance, and it looks really superb, as well as all of the archway of the actual door itself. So 1772, as you can see here, is the date of creation of this particular bit of stone, and it was a monastery, so you can see all of the crosses actually on each element. Here Yannick started to design and draw where the radiators would be, where all of the electrics need to be. And the major bit of progress here has been all of the drainage has been installed throughout the house. So as you can see out here, it looks a bit like the Battle of the Somme at the moment, but all of the drainage has been dug into the ground and ready for the installation of the fosse septique. So yeah, that's a pretty big progress, because that means that now we can start insulating all of the ceilings and closing boxing stuff off. There'll also be a pellet burner that's going to be installed here. We've chosen to actually heat in two different ways. One will be, well, three different ways actually, to be precise. One will be, as discussed, a log burner in here, just to be able to use the actual wood that surrounds the house. It makes sense. Pellet burner in the front room, which will be able to recycle heat pretty much all through the house, and then electric, which will then further produce probably some solar panels at some stage. So with all three of those elements and really good insulation, we should have a great setup for the guys here. So moving upstairs, as you can see, all the drawings on the floor. There's there where the toilet will be, an upstairs toilet. You can see where the bathrooms are going to be on the floor. I don't know if you can see this. I'll just show you all of the cutouts. So this is just to help, obviously, the builders understand where's going where. Here we've got a shower that will be in place, and I'll obviously share with you the 3D planning so that we can see what's going on. They've started to block off this window. As I said, there's going to be a door opening in the balcony to come there as well, and this will be the master bedroom, where there'll be an ensuite. As you can see, that's where the sinks will be, the dual sinks. That's where the toilet will be, and down there, as you can notice, that element where the evacuations are. And yeah, everything, we're going to keep some really open ceilings here in this part, and closed ceilings on the other side, where we'll have a different setup. But yeah, all of the windows are going to be restored. We've seen, again, I tried to keep as much of the natural elements as possible. You see this lovely stone, which is typical of the region, which the guys have sandblasted and cleaned up. And of course, all of the wood here with the old nails looked at. It's a really lovely finish. And again, modernization. Unfortunately, the old windows will have to go. There'll be a similar but more modern double glazing system that will be installed, but keep with the actual style of the house, of course. And yeah, and this staircase, which we'll be renovating, as well as the shutters. So as you can see, guys, I've got to be pretty precautious here. There's quite a few holes still in the floor, but we will be restoring this to its former glory, and we look forward to sharing that with you. So there you go for the tour of the house and the updates so far. That's pretty much it. What we're now going to do is that I'm going to show you on the computer and the actual 3D plans that we have so far, and of course that just really helps. Well, one, our clients visualize what we're going to be able to achieve, but secondly, and more importantly, it's for the builders really that we do it, just so that they can see where what we're aiming for, and kind of make it work and improvise around those elements. So of course those plans are never fixed and they will move, and I think the main thing that we do when we do these builds is we stay flexible. It's the house that will dictate really the final sort of technical elements, and what is possible and what makes sense without making the costs go up too high either, because I think that's one of the biggest worries that most people have when they're doing renovations like this. And so we always keep an open mind on the plans, but I think hopefully you'll enjoy what you're going to see, and then it'll make sense as things go along, and as progress is made to what we're trying to achieve. So there you go, guys. So let's switch back to the computer now and have a look at these 3D plans. So here we go, guys. We're back in the office as promised, and let's take a look at the slides that we have here, which will describe quite literally what the chateau is going to look like. So this is just something that we've prepared for our clients. This is something that we usually do for anyone that's buying a property with us or that we're managing renovations for. Of course, it helps, as I mentioned in the video, well, of course, us sell the project to our clients, but also define the chart of things that we need to do for all of our builders. So obviously the White House, and these are just ideas, of course, and the atmosphere in general that's going to be in the actual design and build plan. You can see here, these are following the videos that we've done, of course, in the past, and that we've done of late. The entrance with, on the left, the front room on the right, you've got your living room and kitchen, and this is a plan, of course, of the kitchen and what the atmosphere that we're looking to achieve is going to be. Then we move on to just a few more slides of actually what the setup and layout could look like. As we know, in this incorporation now, we're actually going to have a pellet burner opening out to the exterior and to notably what will be the swimming pool, and just then a general view of what the elements of furniture that we've also been requested to source will be and look like. So moving on from the kitchen, you have the living room, very simple, minimalistic, but yeah, really classy, I think, and keeping with the actual decor of doing modern with old. Of course, this was a build from scratch really, because as you know from the very beginning, there's not much left of the original edifice other than the full walls. So it actually gives us a really good platform to build exactly what the client wants here. And so moving on to the first floor, I do actually believe that there's been change. There's two layouts on this particular one, but we've, as you can see in the video beforehand, we've actually opted for one of the layouts that's described here. So this again is just to give you a general mood. It doesn't mean that the bathrooms are going to be exactly like this, but something that we're aiming for. And again, with all of the furnitures, etc., that we're going to be help sourcing and then putting into place and building. In terms of the bedroom options, again, this will be defined more than the actual building itself, and we've already started to mark out on the floor where all the beds, where all the showers, all the units are going to be. So that's all pretty much defined, and then the final styling, as you will be able to see, will be very similar, I hope, to the products that we're actually seeing here now in these few slides. All integrated wardrobes that we're going to actually build, and plaster finish, sort of Scandinavian finish, and an awful lot of anthropology staff, urban outfitters, as well as really minimalistic areas for the shower rooms, for instance. And again, yeah, all of this will be sourcing we'll be following, and we can also do some videos for you guys where we actually just talk about, well, how do we go about doing that. Obviously, please don't forget, if you've enjoyed this video, like and subscribe. It really does help us and encourage us to do more videos. And of course, if you have any questions, please let us know in the comments below. We'll be more than happy to help. So that's it for me, guys. I wish you all a lovely end to this week, and we look forward to updating you next week with some progress on the build.